Glad to see you out there with Jalen Rose. I'm Matt Weiner. Sometimes you have great matchups. Once in a while, they turn out to be great games, and that was the case tonight. Lakers and Spurs, winners of 9 of the last 10 Western Conference titles. They met for the West last spring. Manu Ginobili, been okay since he came back from the ankle injury, but he had it rolling from the get-go in this one.
And he knows once he knocked down his first couple of three-point shots, this may be the game that I actually get my swagger back and have a big-time game.
He had 19 in the first half. Spurs up by 2. Great skills on display. Great back and forth. Trevor Ariza hits the 3 from the corner. Spurs going the other way. Manu goes behind the back and heaves it just before the buzzer. It was that kind of game. Kobe, not as happy as Manu. Give me that towel. Spurs up by 8 after 3 quarters. Fourth quarter, off the inbounds. Bryant rises and fires. He had 29.
And there's nothing you can do about that. He's just a big-time player making big-time plays.
Getting late, the handoff to Ginobili. Tied a season high with 27. Spurs up by 4. Just over 2 minutes to go. Kobe on the pick and roll to Pau Gasol, who could not miss. He was 10 of 14 from the field. LA up by 1. Under a minute to go. Tim Duncan just sort of flipped that up over his head. He had 20 and 10.
You got to be a future Hall of Famer for that to go down.
On the other end, the ISO for Kobe right over Roger Mason. The 3 gives Kobe and the Lakers a 2-point lead. Under 15 seconds to go. Spurs on the inbound. It goes to Mason. Derek Fisher caught behind him. Contact. Bucket. Mason hits the free throw. Spurs go up by 1. Kobe wasn't happy about the foul, but there was contact.
And one of the best guard defenders we have in the game, Derek Fisher, gambled and lost. Roger Mason Jr. made him pay.
So next possession, same spot where Kobe hit that 3. This time they send the double team, and Trevor Ariza is not only on the road, he's traveling.
Kobe or not Kobe? Should he go one-on-one? Should he trust his teammate? He gave it up to Trevor Ariza, who I think got fouled on the drive, was not called on the road.
So LA loses a squeaker, 112-111. They've lost 3 straight, 6 of their last 8 in San Antonio. Both teams shot at least 55% from the field and at least 50% from 3. It was that good. So what does this win mean to the Spurs?
Well, it's special. You know, they're one of the best teams, if not the best team in the league. We feel like we could have played better defense, honestly. And I'm a little disappointed in that. But, you know, we'll take the win and we'll keep getting better.
Roger Mason there reacting to a great game, which came down to the final possession. You saw Kobe with the ISO. He hit the shot over Mason on the previous trip down. Second time around, Greg Popovich decides to do what so few coaches seem willing to do in those late game situations, and that's send the double team at the star guy.
And Greg Popovich, that's why he's a 4-time NBA champion, because he's going to give a great player like Kobe Bryant different looks. You have to. The first time down, Kobe Bryant comes down, he gets in the scoring area, he knocks down the 3. So this time when he gets in the scoring area, you choose to send a double team. If you're Trevor Ariza, you want to make a strong, solid play and swing the ball. Take 1 or 2 dribbles, kick the ball to Lamar Odom. Then he probably kicks the ball to Derek Fisher in the corner for the wide open 3. He gets fouled, he doesn't get called, he travels, and they call that. Unfortunately, if you're the Lakers, you lose.
They lose. Again, tough second half of a back-to-back, both on the road in Texas. But for the Spurs, who hadn't played since Sunday, you know, there's some questions about how good this team really is. How big a deal was this win?
This is a huge deal for the Spurs. You know why? They hear us talking about the Cavs and the Celtics and the Lakers. This is the first year in a handful of years coming into the season. We just wrote the San Antonio Spurs off as a non-contender in the Western Conference. They're back healthy. Manu Ginobili's playing high-level basketball. Tony Parker's still there. Tim Duncan is still there. And as long as they have Greg Popovich on the sideline, you can't count this team out.
And they've got that whole odd year thing going as well. 1999, 2003, 2005, 2007. It is now 2009. With the win, the Spurs are back with the second-best record in the Western Conference.